Here's more wrestling news for April 18th, 2022, and your headlines for this afternoon include WWE already pushing Cody Rhodes heavy with national advertising campaign, AEW criticized for not having good wrestling minds after Cody Rhodes left, WWE superstar Mace returns under a new name at Smackdown taping, Satnam Singh's AEW debut compared to infamous Vick segment, WWE wrestler hasn't made a TV appearance since February, Gangrel on controversial incident in local wrestling promotion, Jonathan Gresham injured after AEW Battle of the Belts, John Cena helped WWE wrestler get through childhood bullying, major concern over Keith Lee's motivation in AEW, original plans involving Sasha Banks on WWE Smackdown revealed, Becky Lynch on why she hasn't been on WWE Raw since WrestleMania, AEW star gets married, Jim Ross believes current AEW wrestler will be AEW World Champion this year, and more. We are starting off with Cody Rhodes, who returned to WWE just over 2 weeks ago and has made an impact with the company so far. The American Nightmare is undefeated since his return at WrestleMania 38 and has made it clear he plans on becoming undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and WWE is all in on pushing Cody Rhodes. In new TV ads for WWE programming, Rhodes is considered the top superstar on Monday Night Raw and is featured alongside the top superstar of SmackDown, Roman Reigns. In a very short time, Rhodes has quickly risen up the ranks of WWE, and whether his championship feud comes this year or is saved for next year, expect the top superstar of Monday Night Raw to stay in that role for a long time to come. Rhodes is certainly getting a better reaction from fans of WWE than what he received from the AEW crowd, as he would often receive a mixed response at best when appearing for Tony Khan. Despite this, losing Rhodes has been a huge blow to AEW, as many naturally consider the former executive vice president to be an AEW lifer, and the company is now doing what they can to fill the hole he left. That's easier said than done when you remember that Tony Khan is still ironing out the details of the new Ring of Honor, and on Keeping It 100, Disco Inferno criticized AEW for not having any proper wrestling minds in play following Cody's departure. Disco said that between Tony Khan, QT Marshall, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, AEW doesn't have anyone making the big decisions backstage who know what it was like to get weekly high-rated TV in the States before coming to AEW. By comparison, Cody Rhodes spent nearly a decade on WWE TV and knows all about how to be a ratings success, and Inferno argued that without him, the All Elite promotion has lost some incredibly valuable insight. Even without Rhodes, AEW is continuing to win over fans, but after once being considered a member of the company for life, Rhodes leaving WWE continues to have ramifications for the promotion he once called home. Last Wednesday's Dynamite didn't exactly help smooth things over with fans, as despite a packed show which saw a new ROH World Television Champion be crowned, the April 13th show will likely be remembered for the debut of Satnam Singh. Singh's debut hasn't gone down well with fans as well as many names backstage, as the execution of his debut has come under heavy criticism so far, with Tony Khan even saying he regrets how it went down. On Busted Open Radio, Bully Ray discussed the criticism Singh has faced and compared the NBA signing's debut to one of wrestling's most infamous storylines. "I hated the ending of Dynamite, despised, hated. I thought it was a Vick moment. Vick moment being, we've just seen an excellent match, and then all of a sudden fans were forced to see this storyline, which they did not want to see and just wound up turning their backs on. I didn't agree with the lights out, lights on. I don't agree with Satnam Singh coming out after that match. That should have been Joe's moment to shine." Rather than standing tall as the new ROH World TV Champion, Joe's moment was snatched away from him by Singh's debut. And after the past 2 years of concussions and releases, it's not hard to see why fans weren't happy to see Joe treated this way. Back to WWE, and it was in October 2021 that Xia Li was drafted to SmackDown, but WWE held off bringing her to TV for months. It wasn't until the February 25th episode that Li actually competed in a SmackDown ring, defeating Natalya, but this also marked the last time she appeared on TV. The February 25th, 2022 SmackDown was also the last time fans saw Shotzi in the ring, as she lost to Sasha Banks and has been absent for nearly 2 months now. With neither Shotzi nor Xia Li on the show, SmackDown's women's roster has slimmed down considerably, and it remains to be seen how long either woman lasts in an era of never-ending releases. In a recent event for MLW, Jacob Fatu faced Alex Hammerstone, but a lot that happened on the night wasn't what was planned. Following the match, LA Park and his family appeared and went off script, attacking both men with real punches and chair shots, and the Parks were quickly fired from the company. One name who has worked with MLW closely in recent years is Gangrel, and in an interview with Wrestling Inc., the former WWE superstar said that this isn't part of an angle. Gangrel explained how Court Bauer, the owner of MLW, was genuinely upset and angry about what transpired, as were Hammerstone and Fatu, and said that neither LA Park nor his family accepted any responsibility for what they had done. The vampiric wrestler added that he doesn't know if the Parks were upset about something or if this was just an accident, but said they've earned a reputation for being reckless. Now fired from MLW, LA Park and his son will now have to find new promotions where they can earn a living, but this reputation as being reckless will only hurt their chances. Yesterday, we reported on Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham, whose debut match on AEW Dynamite didn't go as planned. After his match with Dalton Castle, Gresham was checked out backstage for a possible concussion, which at the time was believed to have happened when he took a bump on his head and shoulders following a gut-wrench suplex. We now have an update on Gresham's condition, as in a video, the ROH World Champion confirmed that he is dealing with an injury. Gresham explained that this injury has left him medically not cleared to compete, which is why he missed a Progress event last night in London, England, and will miss another event tonight. Gresham promised that he will return to Progress for their Chapter 134 event on May 15th, but that all hinges on him being cleared in time. Interestingly, Gresham did not confirm what kind of injury he has suffered, so we can't say for sure whether he's dealing with a concussion or not, but for the time being, the Ring of Honor World Champion is on the shelf. Now, for almost all of his WWE career, John Cena has been a fully fledged babyface, serving as an inspiration for young fans around the world. With his message of never give up, Cena's good guy personality has helped countless people, including over 600 children with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but he also helped inspire one current WWE superstar. Speaking on the My Love Letter to Wrestling podcast, Theory discussed watching WWE in his younger years and how Big Match John helped him get through some difficult times. Cena's character and personality and the things he did and the decisions he made, I can honestly say that it made me feel motivated through, being bullied and stuff in school, just other stuff like that. Tonight, Theory will have the opportunity to become United States Champion, the same title Cena held on a total 5 occasions in WWE, and after what Cena did for Theory, tonight may be extra special for the young superstar should he capture the gold. When Keith Lee was released from WWE last November, it came after a dominant run in NXT and an underwhelming time on the main roster. After his 90-day non-compete clause expired, Lee would waste no time in joining AEW, but some people haven't been won over by what they've seen so far. Instead of being a top name challenging for the world title, Lee is now on a team with Swerve Strickland, and on the Busted Open podcast, Bully Ray said that there's something wrong with the Limitless One in AEW. Saying that Lee isn't where he needs to be, Bully Ray questioned how motivated the former NXT champion is in his role with the company, especially compared to being such a big name in WWE's Black and Gold brand. Whatever Lee does next in AEW remains to be seen, but being in a team with Swerve Strickland isn't what fans expected for him, and we'll have to see where his career goes from here. On last Friday's Smackdown, Rhea Ripley defeated Women's Tag Team Champion Naomi in a highly competitive singles match, but it wasn't at all what WWE had initially planned for the show. According to Fightful Select, the original match card within WWE said that Ripley was going to face Naomi's tag partner Sasha Banks, but plans were changed. No explanation was given as to why the plans were changed, but Banks was at least able to appear at ringside to support her tag team partner. Tonight, Ripley and Liv Morgan will challenge for the women's tag titles, and it's believed that Ripley will turn heel if her team doesn't win the gold. But whatever happens, we can't count out WWE changing plans at the last minute, just like what happened ahead of last Friday's Smackdown. At WrestleMania 38, Becky Lynch lost the Raw Women's Championship to Bianca Belair in what is the band's most recent match to date. Not only has Lynch not wrestled since WrestleMania, but she's also been absent from the past 2 weeks of Raw, and there's no indication that she'll be on tonight's show either. We now have learned why Lynch has been absent, and thankfully, it's not due to any injury or medical issue. In a video shared online, Lynch said how it's been 3 years since she walked out onto the Raw stage without the title, and said she's not ready to appear on TV without a championship around her waist. Lynch did say that she had a plan to appear on tonight's show, as she was going to regain the gold at a live event in Syracuse, but that show saw Belair retain the Raw Women's Championship against the Irish superstar. With Belair now entering a title program with Sonya Deville and a match between the two booked for WrestleMania Backlash, Lynch is now out of the title picture for the first time in years, and it remains to be seen when she'll return to TV. We are sending our congratulations to AEW's Luther next, as the Chaos Project member is now a married man. On Twitter, Luther showed off the rings he and his partner Julianne are now wearing, and said that he, quote, did a thing today. Signing with AEW in 2020 after a lengthy career across various promotions, Luther works in a backstage role in addition to working on Dark and Dark Elevation, and we're happy that the Chaos Project member has found that special someone. And we're ending with MJF, who has earned serious props from fans for his dedication to his work and refusal to break character. MJF is the only wrestler to hold a victory over CM Punk in AEW, but is yet to hold championship gold, but that could all change very soon. That's at least what Jim Ross believes, as when asked who he thinks could be AEW World Champion after Hangman Page, the legendary commentator gave his bold prediction. MJF will definitely be the AEW World Champion at some point in time. I suggest sooner than later, this year as in sooner. I don't have that written down, Tony Khan didn't whisper that in my ear at the UFC fight on Saturday, but there are a lot of guys that qualify. JR also said that Adam Cole is likely to win the big one soon enough, saying that he hasn't had a bad match since joining AEW last September, but also said that Miro and Samoa Joe could also be good world champions. Ultimately, it's Tony Khan's decision as to who will hold the richest prize in AEW, but as far as JR is concerned, Hangman Adam Page's days as champion are numbered, especially once MJF enters the title picture. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.